speak specifically to hearts here, to destinies here, to visions here, in the name of Jesus. At the end, let people move and gain speed in life. In Jesus' name we pray. Genesis 30:30. Genesis 30 verse 30. For it was little which thou hast before I came, and it is now increased unto a multitude. The Lord has blessed thee since my coming. And now, when shall I provide for my own house also? Can you say it with me? And now, when shall I provide for my own house also? I'm sharing the topic, 15 ways to turn your passion into cash. 15 ways to turn your passion into cash. Number one, start small. Start small. The best way to turn your passion into cash and making profit in the process is to start small. Second thing about starting small is to turn your attention away from the pros and cons of big business and concentrate on the advantages that is in small business. Start small. Many people have ideas, but their problem is they don't want to start small. They are looking for when they will have the big break, the big money, which does not come, and that frustrates their vision. Start small. There are advantages of starting small. One, you will learn business operates. You will know what is happening in your business because it's small. Because it's small. Second advantage, you make mistakes anonymously. When you are small and you make some mistakes, it won't jeopardize your ultimate success because there's nothing much at stake. So errors can be seen as learning experience, but it's not so with a big one. In starting small, you can shift gear more quickly because you are small. You can shift gears, you can change very easily. But in large setup, change comes too slowly. But in starting small, you are more flexible, and that gives you competitive advantage. If something is not working, for instance, if a product is not doing well, in a tiny business, you can easily yak it off and move on to something else. In small business, decision making is faster. You don't require approval of the board or committee. In fact, because you are starting small, you can improve your people's skill. People are few, so you can easily relate and begin to improve yourself on small operations. When you start something small, it improves, enhances your personal human touch because it is small. Because it is small. And of course, in starting small, you are able to raise capital. It is when you try to start big that you now see yourself going to go after money and start raising and start borrowing money. But because it is small, you don't have to go and look for money. You start with what you have. You see, the body of money, capital is reduced in small operations. For example, when I began my own business, I needed 2.5 million naira. That was 1992. It's 92. That was 1991. I needed 2.5 million naira because I was not yet 30 that time. I needed 2.5 million naira. But all I had with me was 850 naira. I didn't say 850,000. 850 naira was all I had. Less than 1,000. I needed 2.5 million. Where will I borrow money from? To beg, I can't beg. What did I do? I said, what can I do with this 250,000 or this 850? Of course, I can go and do some flyers. That time cost me 400 naira. Just say the printer, whatever this flag, this money can do, give me the flyer. Any number I can do. That is starting small. And we're able to start business immediately because we're ready to start. But some people, they will not start. Oh, I need 2.5 million. I need a space. I need an office. And that's what they'll be waiting for until time is going. We started our business, and God help us. The second for you to do in turning your passion into cash is get a bigger picture. Bigger picture. Now let's have a vision about your tomorrow. Have a vision about your tomorrow. Have a picture in your mind of where you are headed. Have a picture in your mind on where you are headed. So we started our school operation. When we started our school operation, we know we are going to go far. We are looking to having about 7 schools as a chain of schools. But then we started with 3-bedroom flats. Yeah. We're not going to become a comprehensive setup. We start with 3-bedroom flats that we could afford at that time. A time was when my wife started our educational institution. It was in our parlor. We couldn't afford to rent anywhere, but we have our parlor. She simply put a notice board outside. Mathematics coaching class available. Apply inside. That's all. On the gate of the house. Start small. Many people should have gone beyond it, but they are afraid of starting small. They let the big capital intimidate them. Number two, I've said get a bigger picture of where you are going. Number 3, decide where you are going to work. In turning your passion into cash, decide on where you are going to work. Is there an office space? You can rent or share. Is there an office space you can rent or share? Like when our own business started, we couldn't afford to rent any office. What we did, we went to an existing office and requested, sir, which time is free for us to give to us for a small rent? Say, wow. He said, well, on this day we close early. This Saturday we don't come. Great. I already have 2 times in a week. And I began my own business with it. How much is the rent? He said 200 naira. Which I could not afford that time. No, I told you the money in my hand was less than 1,000 naira. So can I pay the end of the month? No problem. That said to that. So I now had an address. When our church started in 1995, there was no venue. There was no space. What we had was somebody's parlor. That's how we started. 8 of us. Some people have been given that mission to go and start a church. Their problem is, where is the accommodation? They're looking for. No, somebody's parlor was all who started. And the place grew in that parlor to 24 after 2 months of evangelism. It became 35 after 3 months. So that's why we now look for a venue, which was somebody's else parlor, nursery and primary school. We grew from there. We became 80. In that apartment where we are, we moved again. No, we started 2 services. That's how we grew. And in the 4th year, we are able now, we have saved for 4 years, being able to buy landed property for ourselves. And that church grew to 620 in the 8th year. But people have been waiting and wasting. So decide where you are going to work. Is there an office space you can rent or share? Or is there a room you can convert in your house? So I want to start some business. Say, I'm looking for a supermarket. I want to start a supermarket. I want to have a boutique. I want to have a factory. Start with what you have. All you have is your pal. Like I was speaking at a full gospel businessman fellowship one time, and I said, you have planned to set up a a boutique or a supermarket, and your husband does not have the money to set you up, don't get frustrated. Start in your parlor. You say how? Start with 1 carton. That you want to be selling. Get a carton. Use it to test the market. Why is the market? Your church. Why is the market? Where you are presently working. Oh, I have these nice perfumes here. I like this nice perfume here. Just give to your 4 of them, and they pay. You see tie you are selling, you have half a dozen tie. Start with what you have. Or should this business be online? In which case, your Android phone, your iPad, your laptop is your office. That's something. That's office space. Like I run online programs, and my office has been my Android phone and my laptop. Thanks to lockdown. Since lockdown, problem of space have been solved. I think I've not been having on-site training. Maybe I've had 1 or 2 since lockdown, since 2020. But I run trainings. I ran training last week. I'm running on June 12th. I'm running training end of the month. I'm running training in August, all online, and have audiences from across the country. Port Harcourt, Niger State, outside the country, US, and some African countries. Why? I decided, where is my office? My own office now is online. Decide, this passion is possible. It can become cash. Decide where you are going to work. Number 4, what are your legal obligations? What are your legal obligations? Are there permits to be obtained? Are there sales tax license? Are there adverse signage to pay for? Is there any NAFDAC requirements? Is there any regulatory requirement for this type of business I'm going for? Find out which is your own, so I don't run foul of the law. Number 5. Now, attract your own team of experts. Attract your team of experts. In other words, look for the following people. You need a lawyer. You need some advisors, accountants who are familiar with small enterprise. What did a lawyer for? He will put it through. When for that we started our school business, our professional training institute in 1991, 1992, we attracted a copper who was serving with us, who had to be a lawyer. It was a lawyer copper that I gave the job to, of going to go and register our business, which he did that time. You follow me? Then when we started school business, and some officials of the government came, wanted to intimidate us. They send bills of what we are owing to government in terms of tax. I say we are yet to even have a single student. We are still constructing furniture. Now you are saying we should come and pay 1.5 million in tax. I say, over what? We only have office and signboard. For signboard itself, they say come and pay for signage. We paid. But what is the tax about? Is it over the students? Is it pay ye over what? I've only single staff. Only 1 staff. So I said for the first 6-9 months, we had only 4 pupils, which includes our own child. What tax are we paying? To cut it short, by 2nd year, they put another tax, 2.5 million. I said, what's the meaning of this? I'm still paying salaries from my pocket, not from the school money. 3rd year, they brought 4.5 million. And asked me to come to court. At that point, God helped to become wiser. I went to a tax consultant. The man checked through the books and found out, 1, my line of business is tax exempt. Government does not tax my line of business. 1. Number 2, my staff The threshold of people that are paying tax, I did not have any staff that time who was earning up to that amount of money. And the government said they gave all rebate to anybody who is going below this amount of money. Then on what basis are you taxing me? So we're able to negotiate from 4. So what they expect for you to is for you to come and negotiate as usual in corruption way, which I will not do. By the time the tax consultant replied them, I think we ended up paying 71,000 naira for the entire 3 years. This was 4.5 million. That's why experts call me. I never knew. But they were able to say no. And when they saw the letter, they bowed. We paid 71,000 naira for 3 years. And said I should come and pay 4.5 million. You need experts. If you don't require NAFDAC, go find out from somebody who will guide you. Anything you are doing, look for experts. Number 6, should you lease equipment rather than buy? Should you lease? Should you rent equipment rather than buy it? Look at those things. So I don't get yourself overburdened. So equipment can be hired. Depending on the type of business you are involved in. Number 7, scope out your competitor. Scope out your competitors. In other words, identify what businesses in your area are similar to your own, to yours. It makes sense to study what they have done, see what benefits you can offer that they don't. If you don't know what your competitors are doing, if you don't care about what other people are doing in your business, they will take away your business, they take away your customers. And you now say it is from the village. It's not from the village, it's from town. Because you are not sensitive. What are they doing? You must be, that's why you must join associations. You must find out what is happening in that line of business. Don't say I'm small. No. Find out from what they are offering, what they are doing, and how can I improve on what they are doing. See their setup, visit their businesses, check them online, check their Facebook, check their status, see what they are doing, and steal as much as possible from those ideas. People you call nobody, the people you call genius are those who are expert in stealing. People you call creative people are thieves who steal people's idea and they repackage it and make it original. Find out. Scope out your competitors. Number 8, fix your price. Fix your price. Do local research to know how much they are charging for the same product or services in your community. You may have to post at times like a customer or send some people there. You have to make anonymous calls, phone calls to your competitors. If you are bringing a brand new product or service to your community, you may have to make a calculated guess about pricing. Pricing. Fix your price so that you don't overprice, you don't underprice. Yeah, it's too important in that your small business. Fix your price. Because if you overprice, they won't touch your products. If you underprice, they will say it is inferior. It's fake. That's why you need to be this vigilant. Number 9, concentrate on generating a steady cash flow. Concentrate on generating a steady cash flow. One of the best ways to ensure dependable cash flow is to be consistent in your marketing. Don't wait for crisis or a slump. You are to market in season and out of season. Your marketing should always overtake your production. What do I mean? Before you start producing anything, start marketing. Before you even start operation, do plenty of marketing. One of my sisters in our church one time, is a teacher, one of the schools down the line. They were paying her 10,000 naira. And he's a class teacher, he's the school bosser, he's the storekeeper. Because he's a Christian, all for 10,000 naira. I say, my sister, and he has 2 children. She paid tithes regularly, 1,000 naira. From there, she will feed the children and still pay house rent. How are you coping? And she can't steal. As well about starting your own school, she just laughed me to school and left me. I said, come around, you can start a school. Say, how? With 10,000 naira? As that's your problem. Don't look at your income. Look at the idea. You have passion for school? You say, yes. Then start in your house. How? Give your madam 3 months. Because she loves you too much that you'll be leaving her. Yes. Then start doing survey. Start doing marketing. What is it? Start with jealousy in kindergarten. These children on the streets, on your streets, those women selling things. Just can say, Junior will be coming to me between 9 and 1. Okay? This is how much you'll be paying per day, or per week, or per month. It's a relief. Those troubles, those active boys and girls who will be disturbing their parents. I said, you can take, let them come to my house before 9 to 1. Fine? Great. Where is the venue? Your parlor. Pastor, the parlor is full. Good. People have gone to work between 9 and 11. So your pastor is really, if I live in a room and face me, I face you kind of a house. I say your passage is free. People have gone to work. They have overflowing children. They will sit in the passage. Pastor, it is now full. Good. Say, set up a canopy outside. The canopy is full. Second canopy. Third canopy outside the same house. It was on this same street. I say, wonderful. Soon he got a paper from local government that is constituting nuisance. He should come and report. She now came again with paper and he was weeping. We were downstairs that time. She was now crying. They are giving paper. Oh, look at it from local government. I say, look at you. Who know you before? Now you are so important that local government can write you a letter. That shows you are making impact. He now began to laugh. So I said, it's nothing to cry about. It means next level. And what is next level? You need to have what? A school. I mean, a flat, 3-bedroom flat. He said, Pastor, you have come again. Exactly. 3-bedroom flat. Go and get the price. That time it was going for 350K. Right by the road. He said, good. 350K. Can you write out 7 brethren, 7 people who can give you 50K each on loan? Write them their name. Write out how you pay them back. Write out the time you pay them. I'm going to pay. I'll pay you in August. Your own salary will come in October. Your own will come November. Your own will come. Listen for them and ask them if they needed interest. You are ready to pay 50 times 7. It was. I said, go to the church. It was in this same church. 5 people that saw it, they were so impressed. They are unlike other people who will become and be begging money for food, for kidney. Look at the business and where typed out, typewritten executive presentation. 5 of the brethren in this church gave her freely. So they are too impressed. They gave her the money freely. That was 250,000 naira free. The remaining 2 payable when you are able. So you got the flat. I dedicated the house, the flat for her, and she began occupying 3-bedroom with the toilet, with everybody, with the store. It became, before you know it, they have uniform. They have a name. School started. He got staff, which happened to be her daughter, who was doing NCE then, became the first staff. They grew there until now that people could not take them again as a next level, a duplex. She got a duplex. It was working in children's church. She got a duplex. I said, now at this level now, madam, now go and be looking for your own property. I hand you over now to God to help you. That's what I did. But I can say I started with that passion. He became a co-school owner with our former employer who was giving her slave money of 10,000 naira. But see what I'm talking about? Concentrate on generating steady cash flow. Many people don't think of marketing. They think of production. You now say nobody is selling, nobody is buying. Are you selling? Number what? Number 10. Open a business account. In other words, for that your passion, open a current account. It makes it to look professional, more business-like. Don't let your normal saving account continue. For that small business, open a check account. You can be writing check. It makes like can send, people can see you with check and pay you check. You're on your way. Number 13. Number 11. Plan initial advertising for your business. Advertising. Your WhatsApp. Your WhatsApp. Your WhatsApp. Pardon me, this morning, I've reached out to 4,000 people this morning for the training coming up on June 12th. This morning, I've gotten across to 4,000 people. My wife will not know when that will happen. It's a short space within 5 minutes. That's the power of network. On my status, as at this morning, after 111 people have assessed what I put there. On my status, 111. Why did I put it there? Just last night. I was very tired, very busy. I said, before I sleep, let me put on something here. Around 9:45, and this morning already visited. I said, people not sleeping. 111 people have visited my site. I said, wonderful. That's your pastor now. He's not a businessman. Facebook, Instagram, do your advertising there. Number 12, produce some flyers, maybe e-flyers, e-brochures where appropriate, or at times some physical flyers. Number 13, order for printed materials like letterheads, business cards, then some printed materials. Number 14, organize a file of potential customers and build a database. Build a database. I have a database of about 5,000 pastors that I feed regularly with my free trainees, then paid trainees. I created 160 some 2 weeks ago, extra people. Last week I created extra 100. I'm building and building and building and building. That's true. So I can face the work of the church that you have placed me. But that is all done within my own space. What are you doing with this thing you are selling? You only have your few friends. No, create community. Have more people. Okay? Customers. Build a database for them. Okay? And finally, develop prayer schedule. Develop prayer schedule to back up your passion, your desires, to turn your passion to cash. Develop prayer schedule. Business is spiritual. Business is spiritual. Have a time of praying. The way pastor prays for his sermon, pray for your business. The way evangelist pray for crusade, pray for your business. In business, when I was in full-time business, before I became full-time pastor, full-time business, I had a whole day that I don't go out. I'll stay before God from 8 o'clock to about 4 or 5 in the evening. Speaking in tongues for most of the time, 80%. That's why I get revelations and ideas. I have a schedule of fasting for my business. I have a schedule of retreat for my business. The same way I have enough for my ministry. Proverbs 16:3 says, commit your work to the Lord, then it will succeed. Proverbs 16:3, Living Bible. Commit your work to the Lord, then to succeed. You cannot play with spiritual factor. With these 15 strategies, I can see you turning your passion into cash. Nothing should stop you again from carrying out that idea. It has been for too long. And let me give you a hint. For every idea God gave to you, is photocopied to 300 other people, minimum. I say it again. For every idea in your heart, 300 people have the same idea at the same time. And God is simply waiting. Who will step out first to be a co-creator with him? He's been waiting for you. Somebody is waiting for that idea. Okay? Don't let it die. Say it won't die. Say it won't die. I will pursue my passion. I will turn into cash.